Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So one question I get asked an awful lot about the twin flame journey is, does Divine Masculine always return? I want to answer this directly, but I also want to answer it with a little deeper question. This journey, as you know, is a journey of one soul. Now, Divine Masculine will not return fully while you are ever asking those questions. Here is the reason why. This journey is an energetic dance of the one soul. It is beyond this physical world. This journey is about the one soul balancing and creating equilibrium. Now, that first has to happen in Divine Feminine. When Divine Feminine fully shows up and starts to balance the inner masculine and the inner feminine within, then it creates this beautiful inner union. That feeling of pure unconditional love, of aligning with soul purpose, of self-mastery of your emotions, of learning to work with those beautiful gifts that get activated on this journey, and to feel very rooted and grounded on where you are. Now, for some of you, you will have already gathered that I am talking about that Kundalini activation that happens, and that Kundalini that flows through each of your chakras, because I'm sure a lot of you know that those chakras are your life force vortexes. And on this journey, Shakti, that energy that rises, your own feminine creative source energy, the flow energy, she is clearing out, she is releasing, she is allowing you to align fully with your original soul blueprint. And when you stop running from yourself, when you start to fully show up, when you learn how to alchemize that shared energetic field and work with your own energy, then she shows up fully. And you realize at that point that you are no longer running from self. And when you stop running from yourself, you stop chasing Divine Masculine energetically. And when you stop chasing, Divine Masculine will stop running. And once Divine Masculine stops running, they too have to look at themselves and balance the shared energetic field. They have to start to fully show up and turn inward to what has always been their truth. You see, this journey is a journey of the dance of the one soul. The question was, does Divine Masculine always return? And the simple answer is yes. Divine Masculine does return. Now, for some of you, your Divine Masculines may have already passed. And if they've passed, they're not going to show up in the physical, but energetically they will show up. But at that point, energetically, you will know that you are one and you have always been one. And the physical form, this journey is way beyond that. And for those of you for those of you whose Divine Masculines are still earthbound, then when they show up, you will be in a vibration of whether they come or go. It's irrelevant, because you're one and you always have been one, and your frequency is in such a beautiful high frequency. And if you can hear in the background is the peacocks. Peacocks are making a whole heap of noise. And if anybody knows some of what I talk about, I often talk about the Divine Masculine's energy as peacocking that energy. and it feels noisy. It's quite amusing how the peacock's piped up at this point, making all that noise. I'm not sure if you heard it or not. I'm not sure if it will have picked it up on the microphone. But when that peacock energy, I feel that it showed up on this video today because people are asking those questions about peacocking energy. Peacocking energy is when the divine masculine pulls on your energy and you feel those big emotions, wanting to reach out, wanting to check on what they're doing. Those points, it is about you not doing that divine feminine and bringing the energy back to a centered state, bringing the energy back to you, knowing that you actually hold the power on this journey, that you are there to balance the shared energetic field. And this journey is way beyond the physical form. This is an energetic dance. And what I really want to highlight here is the soul does the work on this journey. When the twins are to meet for that first time, it is the soul that draws them in. When soul recognition happens, it is the soul that recognizes itself. When the energy builds, it is because the energetic frequency at a soul level is too intense. Those reunions that happen when divine masculine comes in and out, it is the soul. It is the soul that is downloading that information and that connection to help the soul expand and grow. When reunion finally takes place, it is at a soul level. And this is why divine feminine, it is incredibly important for you to get out of mind and ego. The mind and ego and the soul work as almost like a polarity. They work as a polarity. If you're in mind and ego, you cannot be in soul. If you are in soul, you cannot be in mind and ego. And so your work, divine feminine, is about being in soul, being connected and aligned with your soul purpose, with who you came here to be. And not just about your purpose, but also where you live, what lights you up, how you show up in the world, how you express yourself in the world, how you play, how you create. You know, this journey, divine feminine, is an incredible journey, but only you can shift the journey. It all starts with you. And that's why it's so incredibly important for you not to stay in the broken aspect of this journey, but to realize that initial point that you go through, that dark night of the soul and ego death, when everything feels like it's falling apart, is for you to realize that is when you are rebirthing. You are rebirthing yourself. You are learning how to dissipate out and move into that multidimensional being. How you transmute light frequency, how you move through the world, how you feel the world, how your energy feels to others. Once you are catapulted onto this journey, life will never be the same again. But divine feminine, just like that butterfly, or that, should I say, even that caterpillar never knows what the butterfly is about to experience. And you, divine feminine, when you are in dark night of the soul, when everything feels like it's falling apart, you are transitioning into that butterfly. You just can't see it yet. And this is when you have to have that trust. This is when you have to surrender into the journey, but to make the journey about you. Reclaiming your power, knowing how beautiful you are at a soul level, knowing that you are here to be that beautiful being, to help us shift into this new vibration of this earth. If you need more help and support, whether it be on your twin flame journey, you need to understand it at a deeper level, whether it's you need to understand how to work with that beautiful healing energy, or you need to work with your beautiful gifts, my website is there, and you probably just heard that peacocking energy again. I send you so much love. Many blessings.